Yeah.
Chicken here, bring you another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we're gonna be going over Scorchers and tanks, the attack strategy now after the hero update, some of the best abilities to use with them, and just kind of how I would go about using them after the update stuff. So for how this is gonna work, guys, I'm gonna be taking on a couple NPC bases and maybe 1 or 2 player bases, depending on how that goes. Maybe just one. We'll see, guys. We'll see. So. The basics with Scorchers and tanks, they're fundamentally the same. I mean, like, simple things, right? Like, cannons are gonna be your enemies. Grouped cannons you have to look out for. Shocks work well. Like, we all know how to run Scorchers and tanks. Barrage, like, you just barrage the single shot heavy stuff, as you move forward, like, basically. Like, there's not a whole massive, pile of science to the skanks. As far as the hero, I like to use Everspark with them because Scorchers and tanks are heavy on GBE. Just to deploy, like, if you're going to use any sort of Scorcher combination, it's going to be very GBE dominant. So just having those extra critters that Everspark draws up there, you see I haven't even used the ability and we still have tons of critters out on the map. That's going to be huge. It's a game changer for Scorchers and tanks because you get free critters with them now, more or less. Like, it doesn't cost you anything to just have Everspark out there, and as her hero perk just spawns critters, then it's just a great addition to Scorchers and tanks, which is already one of the strongest combinations in the game. Obviously, when you get up to heavy ice levels, it changes once you get like a lot of building health and shield generators and that kind of stuff. So you don't typically, like, I wouldn't say that you have to get rid of boom mines, but if you can get some value out of a barrage that's also going to clear a bunch of boom mines for you, then I would say to go ahead and do that. But of course, the biggest problem is going to be shock launchers and boom cannons. That's the main. It's still the main thing that you have to look out for. But yeah, I would say that Everspark would just simply for her passive hero perk of spawning the critters is going to be the best ability. Now, of course, Battle Lords is going to be nice too. Iron Will is also going to be a really good choice. So we're going to go ahead and load those up, guys, and just kind of go over Battle Orders and Iron Will with Scorchers and tanks. So we'll try out Battle Orders first. And the thing with Battle Orders and Scorchers and tanks, guys, is you have to plan ahead before using it, because say I was just to throw them out like this right now, and obviously this is an NPC base, so it's a little different, but if this was a player base with like a couple ice statues, and I just throw the Scorchers and tanks out right now and use the Battle Orders, like, the Scorchers and tanks are gonna get way too far into the base, faster than I can keeping the single shot stuff down. Like, sure, like the whole idea, I guess, of what I'm trying to say is you just have to plan ahead a little more. Like, use the Battle Orders once you've kind of cleared a little area. Like, say I want to go to the right side here, I'd clear out these boom cannons, maybe reflare like this, and once that shock launcher goes down on the left side, then we can kind of start to make our way up and around the base. With Battle Orders and armored and slower moving units, it's all about reflaring and planning ahead. So a big bonus of the Battle Orders is, especially when you're using any sort of tank variant combination, is going to be simply just the fact that the speed boost that you get. So look, I'll go ahead, I'll use Battle Orders here, and then I'll move over to the right side, and look how fast that I can get all the tanks into the correct position here. That's huge, because the biggest problem with Tank Medic is just simply how slow it is. So just having that ability to quickly move all the units over makes a huge difference. Obviously right there, when I use 30 GBE for it, that's not going to be an efficient use of your GBE, but I'm just trying to show you some of the basics here. So that's kind of how I go about using Battle Orders with them. Iron Will is good. Obviously, if you have Battle Orders leveled up more so than Iron Will, then I would say they're interchangeable. Whatever you have leveled up to highest, I would probably use that. So let's go ahead and try with the Iron Will on a player base here. So this is going to be tough. We got a Shock Blaster, and what, do we not have any other prototypes? Okay, so So basically, the plan here, guys, is it's kind of the same as battle orders. I mean, it's kind of the same for any sort of whatever you're going to use with Scorchers and tanks. You want to get as much work done ahead of time as possible, just so you're not farming up GBE and taking shots from boom cannons and stuff as you're as you're going about the raid. So I would wait until most units are in range of something before throwing down the Iron Will. It's it's a really good bonus, so I try not to waste it. You see right here, we're kind of getting hit by everything, so now is a good time to use it. And the great thing about Iron Will is it doesn't speed up any sort of... It doesn't give them a speed boost, which is good for the Scorchers so they don't get far enough ahead, because the whole idea of using the Iron Will is to get your Scorchers to tank for the tanks. That's the whole reason that we're using it. So to get the most effect out of that is going to be when we keep the Scorchers in front of the tanks. Alright, so we're kind of getting roasted up a little bit here, but I'm thinking we'll be okay. The Shock Blaster is a huge priority for Scorchers and tanks because, again, the movement speed comes into play there because it just takes them so long to get into the correct position. So right here, we saved up enough, and you see how I'm just kind of managing my GBE efficiently. I'm not getting ahead of myself and freaking out that there's a boom cannon hitting me. I know that I'm going to lose troops going against a max level base with the Shock Blaster, and I think he's got a couple ice statues there. So you just have to manage your GBE efficiently. Say if I was to throw 2 artilleries down that boom cannon and not take it out, it's going to take out a lot more of my tanks than if I simply wait, take a couple losses, and then go ahead and shock it. So the Scorchers and tanks, it's all about reflaring, positioning, and managing your GBEs as well with the troop movement speed. All that comes into play. So it's actually, like, people say that you just throw Scorchers down and win against NPC bases, sure, but there's actually quite a fair bit of strategy that goes into attacking a player base. A lot of it is pre-planning your attack and everything like that. So that's gonna wrap it up for the Scorcher and tank video today, guys. Make sure to let me know down in the comments how you guys are using Scorchers and tanks post hero update. Do you think there was a lot of changes to the strategy? Do you think it's still a good strategy? What VP range do you find it has the most success in? Let me know that down in the comments, guys. That's going to wrap it up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. And we'll see you in the next one, guys. Chicken out. Just a quick reminder, guys, if you visit patreon.com/thechicken for $1 a month, you can get your name in the chicken banner for the duration of the month. And for $2 a month, you become a super chicken, and you can get your name in the banner. Plus, you get to write your own personal message.